Busy times up at the Kia training ground as Toronto FC about to embark 4 games in the next 2 weeks. Gareth Wheeler with you, plenty of news and notes to bring you from training today. And maybe the most notable one, Greg Vanney will be managing his 100th game for Toronto FC in all competitions tomorrow night against Orlando City. It's quite the accomplishment, joining the Century Club for Vanney, a manager that's compiled a record of 41, 36, and 22. But you need to remember this team has got better each and every year. His resume, his accomplishments, the team achievements, they speak for themselves. An MLS Cup final, an Eastern Conference Championship, a Canadian Championship, and multiple season records to speak of. And it's not just the way that Greg Vanney has got this team playing positive football, it's the way the team has rallied around him as well. He's really grown into the role. The team continues to improve, and the players have taken notice as well. Here's Jozy Altidore.
He's done a really good job in terms of kind of letting the guys, sort themselves out at times, I think, which is something that sounds simple, but I don't think a lot of coaches do. They try to micromanage everything, and I don't think he's about that. He kind of lets guys, do their own thing, but when it's time to work and be serious, he makes sure he lets us know that. So I think he's done a terrific job here. You can see with how the team has grown the past couple of years, and huge credit to him.
So congratulations goes out to Greg Vanney, and congratulations to Ben Spencer. Toronto FC has promoted him to the first team, signing a contract with Toronto FC. The 22-year-old striker, if you haven't seen him in real life, he's big, 6'5". He's a target man in the mold of an Altidore and will be a good complement to the team, playing in a different role than a Ricketts or a Javinko would as runners up front. His track record has been checkered over recent years, recovering from injury, played with Molde in the Norwegian League under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, and suffered a very serious injury to the point where his manager believed that his career could be coming or could have ended at that time. Yet Spencer's persevered and earned his spot in the first team. So congratulations to Toronto FC's newest striker. Now the big news for Toronto FC, everyone with the exception of Drew Moore will be available for the game against Orlando City on Wednesday night. Chris Mavinga back in contention. Jason Hernandez healthy. So that's good news. Drew Moore, after his heart procedure, will train for the first time tomorrow. So a full selection of players for Vanney to choose from, which is big with so many games ahead. But let's focus in Wednesday night against Orlando City, the top team in the Eastern Conference. Orlando is on 18 points, 5 points better than Toronto FC. So an early season Eastern Conference showdown. And let's get straight to our keys to the match. Limiting Larin, Kyle Larin, the Canadian international. The young player's on 6 goals already this season, and limiting service to the player is going to be all important. Here's Vanney on how to limit the Orlando City striker.
Making sure that we have good goal side and good marking positions, not letting him get inside of us, and also making sure that when he receives balls that we are tight to him. I think if he has a weakness, it's creating his own shot.
It speaks for itself right there. Limit the target man. Kaká is back in the fold for Orlando as well. So there are players who can provide proper service. He's much like Eric Cubo Torres last week. The TFC did a great job on, so limiting Larin will be key. The second key to the match is winning the wings. Toronto FC is more pace and talent for me out wide than Orlando. Orlando plays a rather narrow midfield. They play a 4-4-2 with a midfield diamond, with Will Johnson, the former Toronto FC player, playing at the base of that. They don't have the legs that can stay with Toronto FC, so whether it's Beitashour or Edwards on the right and left respectively, challenge the space, take advantage of the open space. Scott Sutter settled things to a certain degree, playing right back for Orlando, but still a player that you can challenge, win the wings, win the game for Toronto FC. And the final key, more of the same. I'm not trying to take the easy path here, but Toronto FC's played very well in their last 2 games coming at home, picking up the tempo, playing more direct. There's been consistency in the team, and you can tell there's confidence building. The passing has been exceptional. The shots on goal, the shots on target have been there as well, as has the finish. More of the same for Toronto FC, and they can control their own destiny starting this very difficult run. It's Toronto FC, Orlando City, 7:30 p.m. Wednesday night at BMO Field. Get there early, stay late as well. If you can't make it down, you can watch on TSN 1, 3, 4, and 5.